Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he finds Stills, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Complete to Rodgers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ric Flair.
Goff now to throw. And the open receiver is Robert Woods. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
20. Hey, exit.
In your face.
From the red zone now, Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second down now. It's Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They just get the play off. Now Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they call a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On first down, it's gone. He gets it to Cooks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Mike 51, Mike 51. They can't hang with us. Hey, Mike 7. 51, Mike 51.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, lift, 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 lift.
Again, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for a score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, watch it, watch it. Kill, okay? Yeah. Kill.
Brissett now. 23 yards to pick up there.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Naeem Hines, his first carry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 58, come on, Echo. Come on. Let's go. Switch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's Stills bringing it in. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Come on, set. He wants the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the 40 now on second down. Brissett into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hold the look, hold. DC.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Goff throwing again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play.
Who got the ball? Minnesota got it back?
Down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
What happened? It was an interception.
You used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Dang.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple
And it might be
deep.
Drew Brees' last game, man.
And it's a pretty good return here. As
Yeah, I want to hear that same energy you had for Tom yesterday, nigga. It might be true last game. That week of the upsets, baby.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
First down, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made...
And that's caught inside the 30.
Wow.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts.
I hate this game.
As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Brissett sets to throw it. That ball caught by Funchess.
This shit is fucking incredible, man. How dumb this nigga is.
Devin Funchess.
Like, this is not even football.
The first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make it 24-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Who ball? Score. Huh? Score.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Gone. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Webster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To the air again. Goff. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Trying to get it to Woods. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
We're set on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it. It's Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack brought back at about the 43-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Brissett. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 39, Brissett. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And shutting him off, now open field. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Brissett. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Brissett. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Gall. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Goff on first down. Complete to Kelly. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and lose.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out. The back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Hey, come on, up. Come on, up. Kill. Defense.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
I'm coming after you. Five.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that...
And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Hey, Haywood. Whirling.
Third and long. It's gone. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run here with Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Snap.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Go. 180. Lose one. Got double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Check. Check. Go. 12. Let's go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Go.
Throwing now. Goff. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play.
Niggas don't listen to me, though. I'm just Drew Brees, you know.